Yeah, this is Black Light. Your 71-year-old brother trying to get the young ones to wake up as fast as they can. Uh, I done did a lot of things in my lifetime and seen a lot of things, but I ain't finished yet. And I got this YouTube channel, Soul School. I call myself Black Light, Professor Soul School Phenomenal, aka. And I was talking about when I was at United Sound System with Don Davis. Not the white Don Davis, the one that had Whitney Houston. But this brother here that I'm talking about, I think he passed recently. He had a bank called the First Independent Bank. He still got it. It's still running. And this brother also recorded the Funkadelics. He also had the Dramatics up on his wing. He also had Johnny Taylor, Davis and Baku, or the Fifth Dimension. He had, I see Funkadelics. Well, anyway, he had these several artists, you know, and they would go. He had a nice studio. I've been to Motown studio. Actually, I liked Don Davis studio, the way it was set out. Studio A, Studio B. I think he had a Studio C somewhere. But I liked the way his was laid out. It was big, way bigger than Berry Gordy's. But Berry Gordy, you know, he had that sound jumping off. He produced that unique sound. And so, you know, we was recording over there. I was recording over there. But in between time, they had me running errands for Luther Vandross and Aretha Franklin. She wouldn't offer me no chicken, you know. When she had a big tray of chicken, and she said, "Here goes some chicken." She didn't even introduce herself to me, you know. And Luther Vandross didn't introduce himself to me. And so they was trying to break me in, you know, and I was so cool, you know, with what I do. You know, every time I do something, I don't get excited. You know, I just sit back and observe, you know. And I look at everybody, watch their mannerisms, and I don't speak. I only speak, you know, if I know about what I'm speaking about. If I don't know what I'm speaking about, I'm observing, trying to learn, and I'm trying to learn the techniques in the studio, how he worked with his musicians. Because I said I had a female band, but I also had a male band. I had two bands I worked with and performed with. The female band, I was just rehearsing with them, getting them together. I put an ad in the paper for female musicians. And like I said, I had my grandmama's rooming house. And downstairs in the basement, I was rehearsing music. Upstairs, I was renting out rooms. And I would audition the females in my basement. And I had 3 female vocalists that could blow. And I was going to put them all together. I rehearsed them separately. I rehearsed with the female. Rehearsed with the female vocalist separate from the female band, and I rehearsed it with my male band separate from the female band. But I did call in one male keyboardist to rehearse with my female vocalist. I also played keyboards. And anyway, I didn't live too far from United Sound. It was in walking distance. It was about maybe 6, 7 blocks away. Could have been a little bit more. But I would walk over to the studio. It was on 2nd. And right across the street from the Wayne State University. I lived over there in the Wayne State University area, on the north end, in the new center part, and on a street called Kirby. And Kirby ran right through Wayne State University and the main library. So, you know, we was over there at the studio, laying down tracks, you know, and the white producer, he didn't want to use my female. He didn't want to use nobody in the band that I had, and he called in, flew in musicians. They was all right, but they was, you know, professionals, and they were used to the studio, but they didn't have no uniqueness about them. Now this female bass player, she could play like Stanley Clarke, but she wasn't, you know, her style was different, you know. But she could play the shit out of Stanley. So I'm gonna end it with this one, come back with one more. And just stay tuned as I, you know, go through my history, my life, and you'll see that I know what I'm talking about. Black Light Out.